YouTube. Hey, it's your boy Mr. Smiles. Welcome to Football Happy Zone, where we kick off the fun and score big laughs. I'm your host, and we're about to dribble through the latest in football with a smile. Stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, please do click on the notification button so our content can be shared to you. You can also share it to your friends, and then make sure you try as much as possible to give your token on the comment section. Thank you. Gracias, amigo. And today we'll be talking about the EPL, and it's about West Ham and Chelsea. But before we start, I would like to sing this song, Blue is the color, football is the game, we're here together, and winning is our aim. So join us all through the sun and rain, because Chelsea is the name. Woo! Oh God, what an exciting football. We live for a day like this. We're always excited to see days like this. And don't get me wrong, I'm super excited that Chelsea won, but I'm also excited that the game was fun. When it comes to the attempt and all that, it was bang for band. Like, it was going. You see West Ham running this way, you see Chelsea running this way. And it started with an excitement as well, because what a goal from Paquetá. That was from 25 yards away. And the goal was superb. Bruh, that goal was superb. And that is what we're talking about. EPL is always going to be the most exciting football. Don't get me wrong, La Liga is there doing its own thing. Bundesliga is also showing forth. I'm not saying some clubs are not better than the EPL clubs at the moment, right? But we're talking about the league. You can see a team that ended the season, I think 13th or 14th last season, played marvelously well this season. You can see the excitement. You can see the zeal in every team. No team is small in the EPL. Look at the caliber of players they have in their squad. In other leagues, you see just probably one player outsmarting every other player, and everybody know this is the top player, and every other player is just there. But in this team, they have top class. They have top players from the defense to the attack. You can see. And what a game. I'm super impressed with Chelsea. Maybe the defense is still a bit laggy, but then it's a game. It's nice. Now Chelsea is showing why they are called the world champion. And this is just one of it. When you have the game where immediately starts, your opponent calls you and they are home. You don't panic. You build. And Chelsea has shown it today again that they are a top team and they are a title contenders. And that is really impressive from Chelsea. It's really impressive from Chelsea. In the beginning, when you look at the lineup and then you see that Kopama is not there, it becomes a bit shaky. But then, Chelsea have a whole lot of arsenals in the attack. Estevao, Neto, Pedro, Joao Pedro, and then the lap. The game was just so good. I personally think the game should end 7-3 in favor of Chelsea, or there about 8-3 in favor of Chelsea, because there were clear chances, pinpoint chances that both teams missed. It's just so not it. As a top team, you need to always be more clinical than what happened today. But good one. I'm super excited. Chelsea have shown, Enzo Maresca has also shown that yes, he's ready to compete for every competition, because when you look at the lineups today, you will know that Chelsea are ready to probably go beyond where they ended last season, and that is an impressive one as well. Enzo Maresca have shown that he is a top star, and I like the formation. I like the fact that they became unpredictable Unlike before, everybody knows the talisman is what's his name, Kopama, and then every defender will make sure they give Kopama a tight hold, thereby stopping Chelsea attack. But today, who do you want to hold? Because Enzo Fernandez was given a whole lot of freedom in front of the attack as well. So it was just so much. And that is why Chelsea could capitalize on it. Down from the counter to set pieces, it was just so good. It was nice. So let's start with the game. I love the energy West Ham brought into the game. West Ham came to the game with zero fear. 100% confidence and zero fear, which is what is expected from every other team. You have to come. You are in the EPL, for crying out loud. You're not in the Championship. Well, neither are you in any of the lower tier. So you should play like a Premier League team, and that is what West Ham did. They played Chelsea with zero fear. They came up with a game plan. They came up with confidence. They came up with the zeal, and they show forth why they are West Ham and why they are playing. And I think they did best. They did well. If only the second goal wasn't an offside, that would have ended Chelsea hope of dragging to score, or probably even help them to probably hold Chelsea at bay. And then in the last few minutes, Chelsea might probably have an equalizer or even feel too pressured, and West Ham can capitalize on it. But Michael Oliver ruled that off for an offside, and thanks to the VAR, and then everything became open again. It now dawned on Chelsea that we need to step up our game, and they did. I'm happy that they scored. And most importantly, I'm not just happy that Chelsea scored, I'm happy that nobody scored 2 goals. I'm happy that every department in the team had a representative in the goalpost, right? In the attack, we have Joao Pedro, who was playing directly behind the laps, and then he scored, right? And that was superb. That was nice. And then at the wing, we have Pedro Neto also doing the same thing, representing the wingers. And then in the midfield, we have Enzo Fernandez. So you can see that every department is showing. Defense, we have Chalobah. And in the defensive midfield, we have Caicedo. So it is nice. It is beautiful. The last game Chelsea played against Crystal Palace and drew 1-1, you would see that Chelsea had a lot of they had a lot of corners, so there was a whole lot of set pieces, but they didn't capitalize on any, which shows that they did not even plan or rehearse anything or train about it. But in this same game, you could see that all the little things they could not do then, they did it now. Take, for instance, the first goal. The first goal was intentional. You saw where Cucurella stood, right? He stood in front of the post and then ran towards the ball, which was an obvious show because the defender behind him was holding him at some point. I think is what's the name? Paquetá that was behind him. Paquetá had to even push him, help him to elevate in the heading. And the heading was obviously for Joao Pedro. And then he gave Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro was free. And then that was the first goal. You could see it, right? That was what I expect a top team to do. When you have your first game, go back to the drawing board. Look at what didn't work well for you. Because possession-wise against Crystal Palace, you had it. Control of the game, you had it. And then the set-piece opportunities, you had it. But they didn't capitalize on any. But in this game, they scored 3 goals from set piece. From set pieces. 3 good goals from set pieces, which showed that they are learning and they are willing to improve per game. I'm really, really impressed. But to me, I would say Paquetá goal was still the best goal of the game because what a goal. It was the confidence for me, the intention for me, the techniques for me. Like, you will know that this is what this guy is about to do, and he went ahead and did it. That was a very strong shot. The last time I saw a shot like this were the likes of Ronaldo, what's his name again? Ronaldo, the likes of Ronaldo, and it's really, really nice to see players giving us such exciting moments. In the 5th minute, that shot was so superb. And number 2 again, I will always say Sanchez needs to do well. I'm not taking it away from the shot that the guy played. I'm not taking it away from the shot that Paquetá played. But I'm concerned about what Sanchez did. Sanchez is really a confused goalkeeper. And like I said, I still stand to my word. Sanchez needs a competition. He needs a competition. That shot was coming to your left side. You are moving to the right side. And the shot was going towards your left side. You saw the shot. But what on earth will make you want to use your right hand on the left side when you have the opportunity to do this? You have the opportunity to do this, but Sanchez went ahead and did like this, thereby making the goal looking more superb. What sort of technique is he trying to show? I just think Maresca needs to get a goalkeeper to put him up on his toe. I've said it before, and I'm standing by the word. And the defense, Chalobah, Tosin, a bit shaky. I think they still need a little bit of communication, a little bit of communication will help. But what a game Chalobah had, and I'm superbly happy that he was rewarded with a goal as well, which was really nice. Moving forward, I expect Chelsea to up their game, This is how you play as a top team. Put fear in your opponent. So there's no need for 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. You want to win. Win like a champion. And that is why I still said it. People should also watch Man City. Because their first game was 4. First game 4. And they need to understand that this is all about consistency and constant improvement. So your consistency has to show per game, especially in the early stage. Because at some point fatigue will set in. At some point, injuries will come in, and then it becomes tougher. But whoever starts the race with a very good consistent momentum or constant velocity, such person have an advantage to never go down below. And today Chelsea are showing it that they are ready for the big game and they are ready to compete. So moving forward, I expect Maresca to keep on rotating the game, keep on acting unpredictable. Tomorrow you'll see Neto on the right, Estavio on the left, or Estavio in the middle, Neto on the left, and then Gittins, or even Palmer on the right, Gittins on the left, Estavio on the middle, Pedro in the middle. Per game, you look at your opponent, imagine your strength, look at what you have, and then use it. When you know your opponents are slow behind and you have fast guys, you can put Gittins and Estavio to put pressure on the wings, and then maybe Neto and Palmer in the middle. When you know these people you have are strong people, you need a strong person. That's where the lap will come in, and I think that's what they are doing. Chelsea is really, really nice. I can't wait for Nkunku to go so that they will have space for Xavi to come. And if Xavi comes, it becomes more competitive and it becomes more robust. The team becomes more robust. I don't know if Jackson will leave, but I hope he doesn't. Because Jackson also have a role to play for Chelsea to be able to win this season's Premier League title. So I expect them to keep on showing their class, and I expect the defense to buckle up a bit and then get it done. And until next time, it's your boy Mr. Smiles. If you're new to this channel, like I said, please click on the notification button after liking and subscribing. Please click on the notification button so that we'll be giving you fun, filled, laughter, in football. Once again, it's Mr. Smile, and I'm signing out.